Hey guys, it's Monday here in Ontario. It's Family Day, that's what it is. So most people get it off. My wife didn't get it off. She had to work midnight last night, but nevertheless. Did do some work in the shop last night. Yesterday didn't really feel like posting any progress because I was a little frustrated, but I've got all my slides in place. I got two of the drawers glued together, and then I stopped last night because I noticed something was a little bit whacked. You can see that the drawers are a little bit odd. Now, they work well enough, but yeah, they're kind of off. They're parallelogrammed is what they are. Now, it's not a big deal, it's just storage, but it annoys me. And so I stopped last night, but before I did, I went and I said, well, what's the problem? Because I know the sides, the rears, the fronts are all measured, you know, to the point where they couldn't have been more than a 1/16 of an inch off, if they were even that much. I was very consistent in how I cut those ones. So I went and I had a look at my bottoms and found out that every single one of them is whacked. So I'm a little annoyed about that. You can see it's flat along the bottom, matching the corner here, and it's off there. So I'm going to have to trim these to see. I don't know if I'm going to, have to trim enough off that they're going to be too small. If they are at that point, I guess I got to make some new ones. I'm also thinking about making some new fronts. That MDF isn't working out so well. It's pieces are, anywhere I routed them, pieces are breaking out of them. So I might see if I've got enough 3/4 inch plywood left and see if I can't route a bunch of new fronts. And if I can, then it's going to look a little bit wacky, but I'll have 5 small drawers that have plywood fronts, and one big one that has a plywood front, and the other 2 will be MDF, unless I can knock these off. It's quite possible that this stuff will just separate at the glue, but nevertheless, we'll worry about that when it comes to it. I'm not sure if I have enough plywood. Anyways, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to try and finish this stuff today. Apparently, I forgot my blowtorch on last night. Yeah, it's not too happy about that, E1. And it burned itself out of fuel, so I'll have to fill that up before I can do anything here. But it helped a bit. It was quite cold last night. It went down to about -13, and it's just about -1 in here right now. It's about -1 outside as well, so that may not be any big coincidence there. But whatever. Okay, all done. Gotta let the glue set up before I can really use them, but they're all done. Decided not to go with making new faces because I routed them out a little wider, and the problem of them breaking went away, so they all seem to work fairly well. Come all the way out. Looks a little bit whacked there, but hell with it. And there's gaps in between them. I could have made the drawer faces a little bit wider and it wouldn't look so odd, but some of them don't quite align so well, but I'm okay with that. It's just all work stuff. First try, so I'll give myself some leeway on that one. Anyways, I gotta put away all these tools. They all gotta go, all my woodworking stuff has to go upstairs. And then I think that might be it. I don't know even what time it is. I don't think it's 3 yet. I've got plenty of time. I'll figure something else out. I got to figure out where all the steel and aluminum stock for the mill is gonna, or the lathe and mill are gonna go. But I suppose I got to figure out what I'm gonna do underneath that one there as well. I don't think I'm gonna do the same thing. This was a lot of work, and I don't have any stock today, and everything's closed. So okay, so I've cleaned up all around here. And put all my stuff back upstairs, and can't really go and load up these drawers because like I said before, that I gotta let the glue set up. So I've been kind of looking at the TIG cooler idea. Like there's the pump there. I already verified that the inlet and outlet are 3/8 pipe thread, and well, it better be pipe thread. They're 3/8, but anyways. But I was looking at the inlet and outlet line for the TIG torch, a water-cooled TIG torch, and I have no idea what those connectors are, and I doubt I'm going to find them at Home Depot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these off. These are just 1/4 inch lines here, and hook them up with just some standard hose barbs and such. But this one's going to be the problem. That's the inlet for the argon. It goes into the power line to the right up to the torch. And that one's an odd one because if we go back over here to the actual TIG unit, it looks like it's a similar sort of a setup as those smaller liquid connections, except it's an airline. So I'm not sure where I'm going to find one of these. Like, I guess that would be the male version of one of those, or maybe it's female because of the threads. Hard to say. Anyways, so I have no idea I don't know what to call that. So if anybody has any ideas, give me a shout, because I'm gonna have to ask somebody for it. Otherwise, I'm kind of at a loss for what I'm meant to be doing right now. I kind of still have to find a place for my steel and aluminum collection. I just don't want to chuck it anywhere. I want to find a permanent spot for it, but I don't have any ideas. So I don't know. I'm just tempted to just head back in the house and knock it off for the day. But it's only like 4 o'clock on Family Day Monday, and I know I'm going to be bored in the house. There's just going to be nothing to do. If I don't figure anything out, that's it for the day. Otherwise, I'll see you in a second. Okay, did a little bit more cleanup, and I'm not going to do anything more tonight, but this is what I'm going to start on tomorrow, or this week anyways. Vent window rebuild. Pretty straightforward. Got the set of instructions off the 67-72 Chevy Trucks board, and got my parts, rivets, tool, spare set of screws, or new set of screws to mount them once they're done. And I'm going to soak these with some penetrating oil, and then they'll be ready to go when I get to them. Okay, that is definitely it for tonight, so I'll see you guys later.